Welcome, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be explaining this video here, dividing fractions. Okay, just 2 pages to look through. I've just picked out, I think, 4 examples from the first page to do with you, and then I'll do all 3 of these examples here. Okay? Okay, this important thing that you need to know here for dividing. It says there, to divide by a fraction, you can flip the second fraction and change the division sign to a multiplication sign. Okay, so looking at this first example, this is straight from the My Maths task. 2 divided by 1/3. All we're going to do there is we're going to flip the second fraction. So it's there, flip the second fraction. So 1 over 3 changes to 3 over 1. Change the division to a multiplication. It only works if you only flip the second fraction. Do not flip both fractions. That would not make any sense at all. Okay. Just for ease, I've put the 2 as 2 over 1 because 2 is the same as 2 over 1. Then all we do is times the top 2, times the numerators, times the denominators to get 6 over 1. 6 over 1, 6 divided by 1, must be written as 6. A lot of you might just write the 2 over 1 here as a 2. And you might know that when you multiply a fraction by a whole number, you just multiply the top. Multiply the numerator by the whole number. Okay? However you want to do it is fine. This one here, this can make a lot of sense in real life, boys and girls. Okay? Because if I've got here, for example, 2 pizzas, divided by a third is saying how many thirds are there? Well, in 2 pizzas there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thirds. Okay, and that's why that example there makes sense to me in real life. Really important that you can understand that. Okay, I'm going to go through example 2, 3 and 4 now. Same technique every single time. So divided by 3/4, change the division to multiplication, flip your second fraction. Okay, 5 times 4, 20, 9 times 3, 27. Always look in here to see whether there is anything that you might be able to cancel. Okay, there's one example here where we cancel the factor of 3. Okay, and just make sure this answer can't be simplified at all. Okay, so we've got a whole number answer, a proper fraction. This one here comes up with an improper fraction, which we have to write as a mixed number. Okay, divided by a third again, same division. Change your division to a multiplication, flip your fraction. Okay. There's no factors here, no common factors to cancel out. So 4 times 3 is 12, 5 times 1 is 5. 12 divided by 5. 12 divided by 5 goes 2 times remainder 2. So it's 2 2/5. Okay? This one here, I've just put this one in because of the cancelling that happens. 5 over 6 divided by 1 over 9. Flip your second fraction, divide to a multiplication. And here, you should be cancelling that factor of 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 1 is 2. 15 over 2. 15 divided by 2 goes 7 times remainder 1. Okay? If you didn't see that cancelling factor, you're going to end up with 5 times 9, which is 45. 2 times 1, which is 2. 6 times 1 is 6. 45 over 6, you would divide the top and bottom there by 3 to get the 15 over 2. Slightly longer process to be going through. These ones here, these relate to the second page, so I'm just going to show you the questions properly. Okay, this one's nice and simple. Again, really try and picture this in real life. This comes from the second page. Miss Jones uses 1/4 of a bag of spaghetti each time she cooks pasta. Okay, really try and process that. Think of a bag of spaghetti. Okay, I'm sure you've all seen bags of spaghetti, and they're saying that she uses 1/4 of that. Okay, so if she cooks 4 times, she's going to use a whole bag. Okay, really try and process that and understand what's going on there. Okay, and it says here, how many meals will 3 packs of spaghetti last for? Well, we just said that if it's 1/4 every time she cooks, or for every meal, 1 pack would be 4 meals. So 3 packs, 4 times 3 would be 12. Okay, that's how you could work out in real life and without worrying so much about your fractions. But what you should be doing there mathematically is you've got 3 packs of spaghetti divided by a quarter. You're saying how many quarters are there in 3? Okay, well, 3 divided by a quarter, change the division to multiplication. Here I didn't bother putting 3 over 1. If you want that 3 can change to 3 over 1. I just cut a little step out there. 3 times 4 is 12 over 1. 12 divided by 1 is 12. Okay, should be able to understand both methods there, boys and girls. Okay, next question. Joe has eaten 4/5 of a pizza. Okay, so imagine what that is. Picture that in real life. You've got a whole pizza cut into 5 pieces, 5 slices, and he's eaten 4 of them. Jan has eaten 1/6 of the pizza. Imagine another pizza cut into 6 slices, and she's eaten 1 of those slices. Okay, how many times more pizza has Joe eaten than Jane? Okay, I'm going to do a simple example because that is quite hard to understand, and then we'll do the harder example. Okay, just written here. If Joe had eaten 10 sweets, really important technique for maths here, boys and girls, is do a simple example before you do the harder one. Okay, if Joe had eaten 10 sweets and Jane had eaten 2 sweets, we would do 10 divided by 2, which is 5. We'd see here that Joe, 10 sweets, Jane, 2 sweets. Joe has eaten 5 times as many. So we do 10 divided by 2 gives us 5. Okay, so in this example here, we've got to do 4/5 divided by 1/6. How many sixths are there in 4/5? That's what we're looking at. Okay, that technique you know from before. Okay, gives you 4 and 4/5. Take a bit of time, process it, make sure you understand the simple example. Okay, okay. For example, or for question 3 on the second page, I need to go through this simple example here. Okay, once again, the word in the question 3 is very hard to understand. Okay, so before I do that, I'm going to do a simple example. The first building is 20 meters high, and the second building is 5 meters high. Imagine 2 buildings. One is 20 meters high, one is 5 meters high. Try and picture that. You know the rough length of 1 meter, so you should be able to picture 5 meters and really understand that in real life. How many times taller is the first building than the second? Well, you might just look at that straight away and say, well, this is 5 meters, that's 20 meters, so it's 4 times taller. Okay, but if we're doing a calculation, we would do 20 divided by 5. 20 divided by 5, so 4 times taller. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, okay, we're going to use that example that we now understand, and we're going to use it to help us understand the third question. Okay, this one's tricky. Okay, compared to Jenny, Sally is 4/5 as tall as Mary. Sorry, 4/5 as tall, and May is 3/4 as tall compared to Jenny. Okay, let's try and understand this one. I'm gonna start by looking at the lowest common multiple of the 5 and your 4. This will become clearer why I do this in a second. Okay, the lowest common multiple of 5 and 4 is 20. Yeah, doing your multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. Multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Okay, that's the lowest common multiple. So I can calculate 4/5 of 20. So I'm saying that if Jenny is 20 meters high, then Sally would be 16 meters high. I know no one in the world is 16 meters high, but I'm just trying to make this easier to understand. So 4/5 of 20 is 16. Okay, 3/4 of 20 is 15. That's the reason why I looked at the lowest common multiple, because 20 can be divided by 5, so I get a whole number. 20 can also be divided by 4, get a whole number. Okay, so I'm saying that if Jenny was 20 meters high, then Sally would be 16 and May would be 15. Okay, so if Sally was 16 and May was 15, we'd look at these and we'd say, well, how many times taller is Sally than May, just like we did here. We did the 20 divided by 5, 16 divided by 15. 16 divided by 15 is 16 over 15, which is 1 and 1/15. Okay, this is really tricky, boys and girls. You've got to take a bit of time to process and understand it. Okay, write some notes out, try and make up your own little examples, etc., etc. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Okay, that's kind of the way that you really understand what's going on. Funnily enough, if you wanted to, you could literally just do 4/5 divided by 3/4. Okay, doesn't really matter that it's 4/5 of what Jenny is and 3/4 of what Jenny is. You just divide these two to get a 1 and 1/15 as well there. Okay, it's quite a tricky task. Do your full working out for me, please. And, don't be afraid to look back at the video and repeat anything. Good luck, everybody.